I have 3 minutes.
Yes.
And I'm going to try and remain as focused as I can within those 3 minutes. I welcome the opportunity to take part in these statements. 9 years after Irish Water was incorporated, we're watching the Irish Water Bill, the Irish Water Amendment Bill, wind its way through the Dáil, which will give the first bit of accountability to Irish Water, where it will become accountable to the Public Accounts Committee and audited by the Controller and Auditor General 9 years after it was set up. In relation to the background to this discussion, the Water Quality Report just published by the EPA in relation to urban wastewater treatment, published on the 20th of October, tells us 7.5 million litres of sewage is flowing into Ireland's seas and rivers every day, enough to fill 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. I'm not here to give out about Irish Water. Irish Water was made into a boxing bag by various governments. I'm not blaming Irish Water. When we should have resourced the local authorities, built on their knowledge and skill, the government did the opposite. And only because of the outrage on the ground has Irish Water remained in the manner that it's a semi-public private company, and we need a referendum very quickly. But to get back to the context of the discussion, we have the EPA telling us about the as I said, the equivalent of 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. 32 towns and villages are still discharging raw sewage into the environment every day, including Carrow, which I'll come back to if I have the time. Raw sewage pouring out of it, and Irish Water finally reviewing their policy in relation to it. Just 51% of the waste from Ireland's large urban areas was treated to the EU standard. The other EPA report, published on the 13th of October, water quality in Ireland is not as good as it should be. To put it mildly, only about half of our surface waters are meeting the standard, and we have gone backwards related to the upswing in agricultural intensification. In relation to an EU deadline, back in 2005, 17 years ago, we were in court in 2019. 8 large urban areas were up and in trouble. Dr. Tom Ryan, EPA, at the Housing Committee on the 4th of last month, we are potentially looking at cases being taken against us, and it's a major challenge, and so on. And then if I go locally in my last couple of seconds, Irish Water, yes, I will fault them on this account. They are absolutely not transferable. We've had no water in Coshariga until very recently. There's still no drinking water in Inishboffin. There was no drinking water in Inisheer. We as TDs, local councillors, were left like total Amadons, emailing into Irish Water, trying to find out what caused it, when did it happen, when was it going to be rectified, the high level of manganese in the water. Notice go out, do not boil your water. A few weeks later, oh no, don't drink your water. And we're still in that debacle. Talk about muddy in the waters. I could go on, but I'll stop for my colleague.
Thank you, Deputy.